Yeah, so it sounds like that's something that you've thought of that could be a goal as far as um, thinking about ways to cope a little bit better. And I think it's really great you're thinking about that, and that's something that we can continue to explore in the future. You've had ways that you've dealt with your anxiety in the past, and that's something that we can kind of build on if you're open to kind of thinking more a little bit about that. So as far as kind of trying to wrap this up for just an initial assessment and gauge what we want to do in the future, this might sound like a weird question, but if you had a magic wand and you could change everything and make it how you want it with one swoop of the wand, what do you think you'd want?
I would say that I would not need to smoke all the time. I like smoking. I wish I could do it just for fun, when I'm hanging out with my friends and not feel like I need to do it before I do anything. Because I feel like it's, I want to get a new job, and that hasn't, going to school and being late for classes, that's not good. And my boyfriend threatening to leave me, so there's positive things that could come out of stopping. So I just wish I could not smoke that much and, use running again as kind of my therapy for my anxiety.
Yeah, and it's great in itself that you notice the things that you want to change, and I think you're at a good spot right now to think positively about what could happen in the future and start making these changes. As far as change goes, I'll ask you one last question about it. If you were to rate on a scale of 1 to 10, and this helps me just kind of gauge what some next steps can be, from 1 being you're not that motivated to change, and 10 being you very much want to change and are willing to do whatever's possible, what would you say your number is, so to speak?
I would say I'm probably at about an 8, maybe. I feel like it's been an increasing problem at this point, and I feel like I'm getting older, and I should, be getting my life together, and I just don't think that I'll feel like I have done what I need to do until I stop smoking.
Okay. All right. Well, so just to summarize here before we wrap this up, I appreciate how much you've opened up to me and reflected through this small session that we've had about the negative consequences that have kind of come from your smoking habit that you have right now. Having it affect your classes and the kind of the goals you want for a job in the future, and also being here for your relationship too, and wanting to make a change to have that positively affect the relationship you have with your boyfriend and wanting to stay with him. I really like the fact that you've thought about ways that you can manage your anxiety a little bit more, and I think that creates a good foundation that we can build upon. So what I'd like to do is schedule an appointment for you to come back a week from now, and in between that time, it'd be great if you could kind of just like write down some things that you think are really important, some things that you really want to work on changing, and we can kind of build that into some goal setting for starting next week. And then also try, something that you think might help your anxiety. Try going for a run or something like that, and then thinking about how that made you feel afterwards, and seeing if that's something that we can talk about too when you come back in next week.
All right.
But as far as right now, let's leave it at that, and I'll walk you out to the schedulers, and I'll let them know that you need to schedule an appointment for next week.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
That
Thanks,
sounds
Taylor.
great. Thanks, Dan.
Mm-hmm.